Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. I pray all is well with you and that Yah is blessing your life. I'm back to do a video, and today we are going to discuss I don't even know what title I'm gonna name this video, but it's something that I've been experiencing just about my whole life. But it came to a head and revealed itself quite elaborately when I came back from another city and moved back to my hometown. And so what happened was when I got my place, which I don't think anybody in my family thought I was going to be able to do. See, when I came back from where I was at, nobody knew my financial status. They knew I was working. They knew I had a job. And that my employer allowed me to keep my job and, make it remote. Well, it was already remote. I was already working from home, but they allowed me to move it from one state where I was back to my home state. But nobody knew, what I had. And I like to keep it that way because it's none of nobody's business. But they didn't think that I would be able to get my own place without their help or their assistance. Let me back up. So when I turned 18 years old, I could not wait to get out of my mother's house. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. Couldn't wait to get out of her house. She just wasn't the type of mother that was too concerned about the goings-ons in her house. So everybody was doing whatever they wanted to do. And that was oppressing me. I tell you, give you an example. So my son at the time was about 2, going on 3, I believe. And by that time, me being 18, I was getting government assistance, a aid to dependent families and food stamps. So I would take, my little bit of food stamps and buy food, buy snacks and stuff that my son liked, and, buy stuff for us to, fix for dinner. By this time, everybody in the house, because I'm the baby. If I'm 18, she don't have no small children in her house, so she's not cooking like that, and I didn't need her to. I know how to cook. I baked my first cake from scratch at 12 years old. Nobody in the kitchen but me and a cookbook, one of my grandmother's old cookbooks. So I didn't need her to cook for me and my son. I cooked for me and my son. But anyway, but the food I would get for me and my son, my brothers would come in the house and eat up the food. And she ain't got nothing to say about it. Or she would act like it's out of her control. Like I can't do nothing with them. But anyway, that's fine. 18 years old, I'm leaving. And I did. And I got an apartment in the projects from 18 years old. In 1997. And I stayed in that same project for 20 years. On the same street for 20 years. Me and my son moved there. I had 2 more children since that time. And we all stayed there until 2017. That's when I left and went to where my second husband was born and raised. So the entire time I'm in the projects, my family, they I guess they felt like, well, that's all it's not that I didn't try to get better. I did. But that's part of the issue. That's part of the reason why I'm making this video, to kind of put out there, prove that I had somebody in my family working against me the whole entire time and didn't know it. Like I said, and I think the video before this, the video before the last one I did, I failed the 7th grade 3 times, but did go and get my GED. But even with me getting the GED, they still recall or want to stay in the part where I failed the 7th grade 3 times. Like nobody wants to move on from that, which is, a stigmatism to a degree. They want to see you in that light, like something's wrong with her. She's slow, this, that, and the third. And so the projects was fitting for me in their eyes. Like, she good there. Although I wanted much better for myself, but couldn't seem to get where I needed to get. So at one point, after I got my GED, this is a side note, I wanted to go to school for nursing. I wanted to go and get I think it was an LPN at the time. And so one of my mother's friends took me to the place. And the lady was, saying how, this is their program. And if you have a child, you can bring the child to school with you. And there's a little daycare in there. And to me, it sounded perfect. I was right on the bus line. I could get there and back, me and my son. But my mama friend, she had issues. She had issues like this. I don't think this is. And that kind of deterred me away from signing up with the program. That's what I'm saying. It's always somebody in the mix to throw a monkey wrench, so to speak, And so anyway, that's just a little side note. That's something that just came to me. How those types of things work. When you make a plan for yourself to do something to elevate yourself, you and your circumstance or whatever, it's always somebody or something happening to move you away from that. And that's just one example. But anyway, so when I came back from where I was at, back to my hometown, I had a nice little chunk of change. I think, what was that, 2021? That was the stimulus year. I got a stimulus. I got the income tax, and I was working. I was saving up, checks, because I knew, like I said in a previous video, I wanted to stay where I was, but y'all didn't want me to stay where I was. So I had to come back to my hometown. So I had money. If I needed to get a place, I had money to do that, but nobody else knew that. I guess they thought that I was in the same spot as when I left, where I needed other people to help me, or I needed government assistance. You know what I mean? Because before I left, I was getting food stamps. I wasn't getting monetary assistance, but I was getting food stamps. But I did work. But anyway, so I got the place, furnished the place, God provided, is what I'm saying. Had it real nice. But it was jealousy. They didn't know. This was done all in front of them, but none of them assisted in it. Like, they didn't have a hand in it. And I think that was a problem. That was mainly my mother. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm the first person, and this dawned on me very recently. You're the first person, babe, that was able to move into a place, have money for the deposit, the first month's rent, last month's rent if she asked for it, and didn't need government assistance. Like, you didn't need Section 8 or none of that. You wasn't getting any government assistance. You paid for that just from working. And that's a normal thing. People normally, that's not. Peculiar. That's what everybody do. Well, not everybody. Some people need assistance. But what I'm saying is, for me to do that, and my mother never did it, and none of my brothers ever did it, got their own place and paid cash money, and legit, and it's legit. Ain't no fraudulent nothing attached to it. They wasn't ready for that. I'm the one that's supposed to be under everybody else. I'm the stupid one, right? The one that's right. But this the one that is exceeding y'all even in just getting an apartment. And they lost their man. My mom, shoot, it was her mainly, but all of them had felt some type of way. I could tell y'all was showing it. They felt some type of way that you was able to, and you don't need them, and your place look good, and you come and go as you please with your own vehicle. You them bossed up in front of these people, and they never wanted that for you. They like to look down on you. Yeah. But nobody's looking down on you, and that's a problem. So the whole time I'm there, somebody, I believe it's my mama, she might have had a couple other people. I told y'all about the rent lady and the neighbor, but mainly my mother plotted how to pull me down. Pull me down. Anyway, the main reason why I'm making these videos and putting that type of information regarding my life out there is because these things have been done in the dark for so long, affecting my life, and I don't even know it. Because you don't want me to get where I'm going to get anyway. I'm going to get what I'm supposed to get anyway. Because it was written, it was spoken by the Most High. But you made yourself an enemy to him, thereby making me an enemy because I'm with him. I wasn't always with him like I am now, but since I started being with him like I am now, he's been knocking my enemies down left and right. Y'all fights for me. I just do what he say. And if he say press record and talk about these types of things that been happening to you, the things that I've been showing you, and you know it's the truth because you seen it with your own eyes. You just didn't know what you was looking at. That's what I'm going to do. And if any of my family come across these videos and they feel some type of way about anything I'm up here saying, which ain't nothing but the truth, then that's on them. But my biggest enemy in my whole entire life has been the woman that brought me here. That's crazy to me. I'll never be able to wrap my head around that one. But anyway, that's the decision she chose. I didn't choose it. I didn't do nothing to her but be born. So these are types of videos I'm going to put out. I'm going to shine the spotlight on them. Think you going to do all this upheaval and chaos and think you going to slip away like you ain't did nothing? No, ma'am. No, sir. Y'all say, baby, put it out there. Put them on full blast. And I put myself out there too. Because it wasn't just her. It was the enemy operating through her and just about darn near everybody I ever came across in life. Just about. About 95% of the people I came across, everybody had an agenda. But I'm here by the grace of Yah. And so this is what we doing. Anyway, you guys, this is my video for today. I pray all is well with you. Yah continues to bless you, strengthen you and your family. Put him first. Draw near to him and he will draw near to you. Praise the name of Yah. Shalom, peace, and blessings.